All right, Denji. You didn't clutch up last time you were here. Let's hope you can do it now. What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, doing to have it on and keep it on me at all times. Another fun fact. Here we are, reach chapter 226 of Metal. I just read the title. Sorry. The title just took me right out of it. But chapter 226 of Metal, which is known as Locust's home. Interesting. So I presume, considering we just went to the underworld, we're gonna find the Locust D. But all right, I'm excited. Notably, we haven't been to the underworld itself since when? Since like late mid part 1. Like it's been a minute and a half. I'm pretty sure we've kept getting like hints, and we've seen portals, and I think we've seen glimpses, but like the last time Denji was here was when they were fighting darkness, I'm pretty sure, which was so long ago now. So I'm actually interested to see how this is going to go. Obviously, I'm not sure how powerful Denji should be, but Yoru should still presumably be pretty darn cracked down here, considering, you know, she's giga amped right now, but I don't know. Let's not waste any more time. Let's hop right into chapter 226. Locust's home. Alright. Hey, where are all the D's? See, I'm not sure if he cutting it down to just D's is making it worse or better. Like, y'all know what I'm talking about. It just like, even doing the Denji voice, like, where are all the D's? I need D. Like, I mean, like, hi. But I guess that is a good question. Locust, maybe Denji went to like the wrong spot. Usually if this is called Locust, like did they just head to the realm? But I wonder why Locust specifically? I don't know, we'll see. Where are all the D's? Oh. Dude, I guess that is true. The unfortunate thing about dragging Yoru to the depths is that you still need to keep fighting Yoru. I don't know why, like, it did hit me, but yeah, of course, just because you dragged her to the underworld, she has her legs, she's perfectly fine. And presumably your contract is still active, it's just, you know, has to cross the dimension now. So yeah, Denji, you now locked yourself in a 1v1 with her, except you're now in an infinitely more hostile environment. At least when you were fighting her outside, there's, like, warm bodies that you could drink some juice from. But now you're in a 1v1, seemingly in a confined area. Let's see. Bang! You know it's serious when she doesn't put the thumb up. She just said, she just plays. Bang! Oh, but Denji man upscale. I mean, like, to be fair, he is like fusible cheater right now, but it doesn't even look like he just blocked it or tanked it. Or no, that's the thing. It doesn't just look like he tanked it. It looks like she went bang. And typically these like nigh on instantaneous attacks, he actually straight up reacted to and blocked. Denji? Hold on. Oh, Denji upscale? In my chainsaw metal? What? Okay. Ah! Okay, so he blocked the back. Did he took no damage from Giga Amp Yoru? Well, butter my body, they called me a biscuit, Denji, man. I didn't think you were gonna be that slow. Let's see. Ah! Ah! Oh, wait. Okay, wait a second. And this... Leave it to Fujimoto, dog. The second I go to Glaze Denji, he's like, oh, he can handle one. But what if she just started spamming? But, like, honestly, I respect Yoru on this. And you're like, what do you mean you respect Yoru? She's kind of the main villain right now. Yes, but how many times as an antagonist, especially a main one, been given an easy... So, though admittedly, these bangs do look a lot smaller than like some of the bangs we've seen from Yoru before. But how many times has a main antagonist been given like a super crazy, cracked, easy spam, very powerful ability, and then like never used it like this? Like, you may see him use it once or twice, but no, I don't blame Yoru for going bang, 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 because like I do the same thing. I'm trying to win. Nah. I'm trying to win, so I'll blame her for spamming. I wonder why she's sweating. Well, to be fair, she's probably sweating because, like, we shouldn't be down here. Because I guess we already know Yoru is seemingly enough. And, like, if not above, clearly just on that primal tier, right? Like, she noted falling. For all that, like she noted falling. And that was presumably, that was fresh off her amp. Now she's likely only gotten stronger with more and more people hearing about the news and now probably fearing war even more. So yours probably only got an amp after amp after amp after amp. But now that does really raise the question, it does really raise the question of, like, where does she stand in the power hierarchy of the world now? Like, presumably now at this point, she's just the strongest horseman. Like, there's no real doubt about that. Little D's gone. I mean, like, she's not fully gone. She's in Denji belly right now. So, like, there's that. But, like, how does she compare to, like, can she win the 1v1 against Darkness now? Makima was already low-key kind of sort of going. Like, not relative. But she was going head-to-head with Darkness a little bit, to the point where she, like, didn't immediately get one shot. And she was able to damage Darkness. And I would I know this may sound controversial to some, but I would pretty confidently say that Yoru is well beyond Makima at this point. Like, I don't know. Her being able to extensively 1v1 and even clearly win a protracted battle against Chainsaw Man in the exact same setup that Makima had, except the Chainsaw Man she fought was stronger. I would presumably say that Yoru is above Makima now. And if Makima was already going somewhat well with the Darkness D, I'm guessing Yoru could probably just be up there. So since she's already beaten a Primal, right? So, like, this may just be more and more Denji Man. Like, Denji Man may just generally be cracked. Especially, I mean, obviously he's taking damage from all these bangs, but he's still leading them relatively well. Let's see. Ah! Oh, baby girl, when I said I want to get my guts pulled out, I didn't mean like this. When did he say that? He never said that. Let's see. Bang, 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 bang. Darn. But you know what, though? Like, obviously, he did cough up juice and he's dripping everywhere, but he didn't take too much, like, unironically, Denji may unironically just be a monstrous top tier. Well, no, he is. He just is. Like, this level of durability, even the base reaction feat to react to a point blank bang as he did here. Like note where his arm, like, note, he's not even looking at Yoru as he asks, where are all the D's at? I need a gobble 'em. No, he's turned away. Yoru looks up, sees the opportunity, yells bang. Denji notices out, like, presumably his peripheral, though. It's hard to tell how much peripheral he has because he doesn't have pupils. But, like, out of his peripheral, he sees, turns, blocks. Then Yoru gets what? So it's the first bang. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 separate bangs on him. And not a single one actually chunks him. Not a single one actually pierces his body. Just makes him cough up blood. And he falls into the water. This may just generally be a different part of the underworld thing. Because I don't remember the underworld that what was their name? Santa Claus? Like, who sent them? Was it, I think it was like the Doll D was the one, or like the Doll Fiend or the Doll Hyper or something, like, that sent them to the underworld. That was a different area that was, like, had grass and, like, was just, walkable. But interesting, they're outside a body of water. So, new dominion, new domain. Let's see. Sploosh. All right. There. I guess, like, it's hard to tell. Yoru's a very weird character. Like, not just in the sense that, strange little fella, but, like, weird in the sense of, like, what is Yoru's stamina like? Like, it like, has any of the battle fatigued her? Because now she is sweating and seemingly, like, exerting a bunch of effort, and she's even, like, hunched over, breathing heavy bit. So, like, has this actually been physically tiring for her? I can't really tell. Like, I'm assuming it's been a little bit, but what is Yoru's limit? I don't know. Let's see. There. Hey, come up already. Show me your look of defeat. What would you do if you accidentally just drowned? I know Denji can swim, but, like, imagine he couldn't with his, like, curve force. Like, oh no, I'm too heavy, and he just sinks in the bobby and dies. How would you feel about that? How would you feel about knowing you fell from the back? Oh, that'd be funny. Let's see. Show me your look of defeat. Oh. Oh. Okay, I'm guessing these are the Locusts. All right. Interesting though. Is that like an upside down manhole cover? Was that there from the start? I can't tell, but yeah, I don't see it. But all right, so manhole cover falls, clatter. I can't make a clatter sound. Sorry, of all my broad voice manipulation talents, I can't make it like I can't make the sound of a manhole cover hitting the ground. But let's see, clatter. Your returns. 1 bug, 2 bug, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right. So a whole bunch of locusts. All right, let's see. Oh! That would... you want to talk about 0 to a million, bro. You really went from, okay, I got 1. Okay, I got about 9. Okay, I got 30. Hey, yo, it's good. I've never actually seen Smiling Friends, but, like... This feels like that clip I always see of like, I think like a Yeti coming and like dropping a snowman off back to the main characters, being like, "Did you leave this guy on my property?" That's exactly what it looks like. She threw Denji into the water, and the Locust D-Shot was like, "Did you leave this guy on my property?" Yeah. Why? He's ugly, stupid, he's dumb. He's drinking my water. What are you doing? All right, but like, should Yoru body this man? Like, I don't know. Am I doing it? It doesn't matter. Like, I mean, they're on home turf, but it's just not to downplay locusts or anything. And I do know that in many cultures, locusts do have like an absurd amount of significance, and a lot of that significance is like reverence. Like, I don't remember the full context, but there's like a movie where James Earl Jones of all people is like playing something to do with locusts. Like, there's a lot of like lore behind locusts, and I guess they would be relatively heavily feared because of like the sound they make and the numbers of them, and typically you only really. I think most of the time you hear locusts mostly like in the early morning or at night, which is like, especially when you hear a lot of them, if you ever lived anywhere near like an excess of trees or anything like that. It is actually kind of unnerving to hear them in mass. So maybe he's getting above that way, but still feared more than war itself. Not to. What's that button? Look at it. What's that button? Not too sure about that. Let's see. You're 1v1ing? Ah! Oh man, if I couldn't swim, I'd be screwed right now. True. Very impressive that he can't swim with that body. But you know it is important. I know a couple of my friends don't know how to swim, and like I have been begging them for years to learn how. And not even in the sense of like, you know, you can do it for fun, but like it's just an essential survival skill. Of course, you always can just like try and load up on air on the surface and then like try and float. But if you can't swim, you probably don't know how to float because, you know, your body literally has 2 built-in airbags. They're called your lungs. But I beg them to not learn how to swim. And like I find swimming fun. I love being in water just in general. That's a me thing. I don't know why. It's hilarious. The only fun fact. Super early baby pencil lore. Apparently, the only 2 things that would get me to react at all, because apparently I was a very just chill little baby, and my mama. The only 2 things that would get me to react at all were the sound of my father's voice, only when it was very close, mind you. Like if he was like 5 feet away and speaking, like I would apparently baby me wouldn't react at all. But he was like talking right in my mother's stomach, then I'd be like, I don't know. That apparently moved. The other thing, water on my head. Or like water just on, like any water pressure on my mother's stomach apparently also had me like moving around. And I don't know, ever since about that, my mom, I loved water. I love learning how to swim. I can still swim to this day. I've swam in the ocean. I've swum in pools. I've swam in deep ocean. Wouldn't really recommend all too much because darn if you get tired, it gets scary real quick. But learn how to swim. If you don't know how to swim, and if you do know how to swim, keep swimming. Just keep, you know what to do. Mainly because it's a really good exercise as well. For anyone who wants to lose weight, swim. It's a full body exercise. What's it? Oh man, if I couldn't swim, I'd be screwed right now. Oh, and he just climbs right back on. Hey, time out for a sec. Oopsie. You know what though? I respect that Denji, as much as obviously serious and chaotic and important as this battle scenario is, right? Like currently, Denji is kind of representing all of humanity right now. And there is like a whole thing you can go into about Denji like being the perfect balance between a D and a human and how that's manifested properly like physically in his hybrid form and him having the increased stats about Cheetah, but the pure Denjiness of it all is a story and in the completion of Denji's like actual self-acceptance, and this and that and the third, which is like gonna get its own separate video. We're gonna talk about Denji, man, what it means for Denji as a character, and like what it means, especially for his story in part 2, as like a story of self-actualization, all that in the third. But at the same time, it's still Denji, right? So he's like, time out. I know we're literally fighting for the fate of the entire planet and like all the rest of humankind, but like, oh, you know how hard it is to swim with these chainsaws, man? See what I did there? Upsie daisy. Alright, what's happening, Denji? Denji, what's happening? Darn! What? Yoru! Are you getting washed? I know you're on his home turf, but are you getting washed by Locusts? I mean, she literally did blow his head off, and admittedly, she just has an arm in her stomach. But Yoru, why are you not loaded? Please tell me she's intentionally selling, bro. Please, there's no. I'm legit trying to think why Locust would be so strong. Like I'm actually trying to rub my two brain cells together, bro. Why is he so cracked? The deal with Yoru, the same Yoru who loaded falling, but like, Locusts aren't a primal fear. What? What? Okay. Let's see. Yoru, fight back. Yoru, fight back. I don't want to put you on the list. Yoru, please. Let's see. He's just like, you have no idea how much this hurts. Like, oh, maybe he did just get a giga buff. It just hit me. You know what? Maybe now because Locusts are like now truly immortal, maybe that's why they got a massive fear amp. Because like the thing, like, hold on. In fact, we're gonna do some quick research right now mid Vidmo. Hold on, let me see. Why are Locusts feared? Okay. Alright, I mean, like, that's the overview. Let me see if I can find, like, an actual article. Farmers, facts. Okay, alright. Locust swarms devastate crops and cause major agricultural damage, which can lead to famine and starvation. Locusts occur in many parts of the world. Locusts have been feared by many people for centuries. They're harmful because they live in large groups that cause significant destruction. And, yep, the plague of locusts threatening the weather. Watch for outlays locusts, winds, the rainstorm. Okay, so it's now slowly but surely hitting me why locusts would be getting cracked for two reasons. Number one, they do just have like the general historical significance. Obviously, humans fear what we do not understand, so we build reverence around things. But on top of that, even once we understand things, it doesn't mean we can like fully do anything about it. So while a lot of areas have managed to ward off locusts and their like massive crop destroying habits, that doesn't mean like that lingering fear doesn't exist. And on top of that, the way we used to deal with locusts, or in the context of this universe really too, the way locusts used to be dealt with, you just slaughter them in mass, right? You gas them, you light them on fire, you do something to stop them. Now in this context, they're literally eternal. So like, I talked earlier about how locusts have like weird revelry and reverence in like certain media and certain belief systems, but now that in this world, that reverence and glaze could probably, if not could, is probably way higher, because now if a swarm of locusts were to descend upon you, that'd be it. No matter how many of them you stop, no matter how they would just keep getting back up because they're truly eternal. And like notably, the thing about bugs in particular, like not even just locusts, but bugs in general, the reason you have to like atomize every single ant you see is because even with Lil D still existing in our world, have you ever seen like an ant just straight like straight like Frankenstein's monster back into a movable state and then keep it pushing? Like a lot of insects can do that. I'm assuming locusts are no different. So now that they can no longer be slain in mass because Lil D doesn't exist, they're now just this endless swarm threat that's getting giga amped. If I had to hazard a guess. Otherwise, unless yours legit sandbagging, I have no idea why she's struggling with the locust so much while she's literally, presumably, if not the strongest she's ever been, extremely powerful. Let's see. Huh? You know what? There it is. But as they look shocked, his mouth closed, he's like, wait a minute, hold on. Let's see. How you like it, Yoru? This is my perfect plan. Surrender! Denji, we ball and then claim it was all planned. I don't know, Hayakama. Like, I mean, I respect it. Even as a person who does a lot of impromptu things, I get the idea. Where as long as something works out and I'm even remotely responsible for it, hey, it might as well be planned. Whenever a thing that I do consistently, I do accidental word plays or accidental puns just because it's something I commonly do with my family, and I was raised in that, so like I've now inherited it. And someone will always ask, "Was that intentional?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course it was." Yeah, I bought out everything. Because why would I ever not tell you that I accidentally rhymed two words together without actually meaning to? If it always sounds cooler if it is. Why would I ever admit to not having done would be a much more intellectually apt thing to do. Hold on, let me see. Yoru, though. Yoru, please tell me you're just sandbagging, dog. Let's see. Surrender! What if Yoru's like, no, I don't feel like it. Because she still should have her contract. Aww, you can even see his eyes start to shake and destabilize. Yeah, Yoru, you're foul play, Yoru. I know. Literally the living embodiment of war crime. Like that's actually what Yoru is. But like, well, not actually what she is, but like for all intents and purposes, that's what she thrives on. But that's being like, oh, you want her back so bad? You want me to surrender so bad? I got you. I can handle near atomizing myself. I can handle a spear in my gut. I can handle a whole bunch of stuff. What about your little girl, huh? Save me, Denji. Darn. And the thing is, she's just gonna take back control. Like, this is an interesting narrative position in general, right? Because obviously, this is still Denji's story, right? This is still the story of Chainsaw Man. But this is Asa's story too. Hopefully she can regain some sort of agency. I know she said before this whole like big bad final battle happened, she very specifically said, "This is my last chance. I can't do anything." But I'm hoping clearly seeing Denji fight for her is enough to like have Asa make it a dualistic front battle. Make it a battle that goes on internally and externally. Let Yoru fist fight. Like, I don't care how metaphorical it is. Let Yoru fist fight Asa inside her own head for control of the body. Like, do it. Go deep with it. Because I feel like Denji just entirely solving the problem on his own and saving Asa from Yoru, like, it wouldn't hit as hard as if Asa, using her own journey that she's had throughout all part 2, went out of her way to help Denji save her. It's kind of like not helping you save yourself. Well, actually, no, in a way, kind of it is. In this case, it actually literally be helping you save yourself, except it's going to be Denji helping Asa help herself save herself from herself, where the second herself is Yoru. Let's see. You can even see from how the lines are drawn here, his eyes get wild. He starts to cry a little. Let me see. Ugh, cheater. Oh. Hey, and he kicked the door. All right. He said, fine, we're leaving. So wow. So that was relatively quick. I don't know. I'm running into the same. Well, I mean, we'll see. I'm only page 11, but like, I've got to run into the same critique I had with the whole state sword thing. For such an interesting premise, if that's truly all we're getting of our time in the underworld, like maybe that wasn't meant to be the underworld. Maybe that was just Locust's home, like the chapter's called. Maybe that wasn't actually even the underworld, but like, I don't know why that would just be there and not anything else. That's kind of wacky though. I don't know how I feel about that if we just cut out and we're just not doing that anymore. But let's see. Maybe they can go back in through a different door. Maybe it is like a Monsters Incorporated kind of thing where they just keep going through different doors to the underworld and they keep ending up in different spots in Dominions. I don't know. Let's see. Door. The door. Boom. Okay, interesting. So the door opens inwardly at first, but then it gets kicked off and launched out. Oh? Okay. I mean, like, this shouldn't matter because, everything's immortal now. Oh, darn. And Asa still latched on to one of the arm. All right. So Denji lunges out of the underworld with the Locust D and Asa still seemingly impaled on the Locust D's arm. And then Denji, after blocking, he looks like he clanks here with the claws of the Locust Man or the Locust D, and then immediately speed blitzes and decapitates and seemingly removes the arm from. Oh wow, that's it. That's already the end of the chapter. All right. Okay, but slashes the dome off and seemingly slashes Asa off. All right. Oh, but okay, but Denji also. So yeah, this Locust, he's just cracked. All right. Ah. So wow, all right, really? Okay. I was literally just praising your durability. Locust above primal fears, I guess. Okay, but all right. This I'm gonna. This is. I'm gonna give it a W chapter. I'm gonna say it's worthy. It's not funky. It's running into. I mean, it depends. Who knows? We could still go right back to Underworld next chapter. But like, I was actually just in the same way. I was really excited to see what the result of a state sword would be, and it literally just ended being entirely off screen, and we got a different state, which was just words with like a country named Hilt. I was a little bit disappointed in that, but for this, it feels real. It's still a good chapter though because of what it does for the characters. Don't get me wrong. Like I mentioned, I really do like that Yoru doesn't waste any time and gets to blanket Denji down the second she can with her easily spammable attack. That's what most villains should do. I'm glad she does. I'm glad to see. I mean, like, part of me is 50-50 on it, though. I feel like the narrative has gone so far out of its way to explain why Denji and especially Yoru should be so unbelievably untouchable and, like, in entirely realms beyond, considering they should scale about the problems at this point. But it is kind of nice to see both Denji and Yoru get humbled by Locust. Presumably because their little squabble, which led into the devouring of death, giga amped Locust, I'm guessing. But, Oh no. But it is cool. I still think I'm leaning much more towards a positive than a negative in a way, because I like how Asa's used here. Once again, it brings me to the idea of like I hope she does have her own agency soon enough. It's like he's able to cook entirely on her own soon, or at least is able to cook with Denji's help against Yoru. Because right now, clearly, they need both of their powers to take on this random Locust man. Or this Locust D. So, overall, a solid chapter. Not one of my favorites, I'll really admit, but still solid enough on the character interactions, solid enough on the character dynamics, and I'm interested to see what happens next chapter. So, if you haven't always seen this video, please do me a favor and leave going loco. Leave going loco in the comment section down below. I want to thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure that little notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also even have a picture below what you support me for as low as $1. Get a month. Get things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. You also now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. So those perks include live reactions, share the series I have to review, ad variations of all my videos, early ad-free access to all my videos, your name listed at the end of literally every single video I produce, and if you're a $3 member or higher, you get your name listed and read aloud at the end of every single video I produce. On top of that, I do have a link to my Ko-Fi in the description down below. You can drop 5 minutes to a short video or 25 minutes to a long video. And it means that any support is always greatly appreciated. But now I want to thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is that guy with the pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our sketch tier members: Eternal Flame, Red Wolf 4765, Astro, Glacier XZ, Zera, J2MA, Guillaume, Pura Ura, Enzo, Yuki Ally, Grim, Ollie, The Boy, Corey Watson, Damon Brown, Magic, CCC, Romano Furet, Dino, Hector Gonzalez, Tim Thomas, Kaving, Julian Perez, RXN, Nevi97, Logan Kuzman, Dead Meme, Karu Deer, Christian Carter, Keon Stewart, Donovan McIntosh, Sino King, Hamza Idrisi, BNA DNA, Edwin Igbinoba, Straw, Athenzi Shear, Antavius Mitchell, Azo2404, Superflame Zero, Weary Exile, Sheesh King, Window Life, Alex Kenny, Victor Jacobs, Todd, Dre, Axis XC, The Practical One, Aswin Hedi Presetia, JMD DKD, Devi Pesiet, Landon Clapwick, Heath Nelson, CAET, Funny Dude, Jagoda, Plant Crone, Striker Man, Brandon Payne, Black Sage, and Multi-Batman Superman. Then I'll leave a thank you to Artline Art Tier patrons, A+A, Kevin Encarnacion, Sean, Dread Zoen, Midnight Lord 21, CJ, and Karina Hernandez. Then I'll leave a thank you to our Ink Tier members, King RTX, Shrimpo the 4th Shrimp 06, and Zom. Then I'll give a thank you to our Digital Art Tier members, J Warrior and AZ Void. And I'd like to give a final thank you to our Colored Art Tier patrons, Walking Munoz and Walkie Munoz.